What's up everyone? Today we have another build video, and this build is something special. It's not special at all actually. We have a Hatchet and Lifestaff build. I know what you're thinking, Hatchet, Lifestaff, it's boring. But with this build, you literally can't die, and it's so good for wars. It's so good for outpost rush, expeditions. This build right here is insane, and I don't have all the perks you would think I have. I can switch it up a lot and do a lot more perks that revolve around my life staff, but a lot of the perks I do have my gear resolve around sustain, and I think that's something that a lot of builds lack right now when it comes to, you know, this game. A lot of people just go straight damage. Their sustain just comes from having a lot of constitution, which always isn't, you know, it's not always the best sustain you can get in the game. So let me exactly show you what I'm running right now and how this build works. All right. So you can't see, my gear score is 586 right now. Let me go over the perks that I have. So as I said, they're not the perks you would think that you would be using, you know, when you're using Lifestaff or Hatchet, but I promise you it works. You can heal, you can sustain, and you can do damage because it's slightly a hybrid build. So we have the Lifestaff here. Dexterity and Constitution, Mortal Life Steal, that procs a lot more than you think it does. Life Staff is really good at getting those last hit kills, especially in Outpost Rush. When you see a little skull pop up, it's just one tap with the Life Staff. You'll get that kill, you'll get that health. More damage to Ancients, Kingly Fortified. This is a big one right here. On critical, you gain 10% Fortify for 3 seconds, plus the Life Staff itself gives you Fortify through the perks. We have this Hatchet here. This one doesn't do the most for us, but it's 14 damage to Angry Earth, Chain Fire, and you get some stamina when you do kill something. So that's very good. It actually ties in with another ability that we have here. We have this helmet, Refreshing Ward, really good for those cooldowns. Reverse Stab, we're not worried about that. And we have some Corruption Resistance. Not the best, you know, skills here, but obviously we can switch them out in the future and get some better upgrades. But for now, this is what I am running. We have this chest here, more focused dexterity. Feral Rush gives you 18 stamina per successful hit, which is really good for our mobility to make sure we can really be mobile. We are using, you know, Life Staff and Hatchet, which really doesn't have much mobility, but the Hatchet's Berserker mode is what's going to allow you to really get out of things and maneuver and keep your stamina up with this perk so you can dodge a little more. All right, and then we have these gloves here, Dexterity and Focus. We have Resilient, which is really good, less critical damage to us. We have some damage absorptions against Lost. Healing Tomb is on there. We aren't using the Ice Gauntlet, but as I said, we don't have the perfect in-slot gear. Pants here, Focus and Dexterity again. Fortifying Perforate. We're not using a spear, so we're not worried about that. Refreshing Ward, I believe we have that on one of these other pieces. Yeah, so it's not really being used. This piece right here can definitely be changed out. We have some Angry Earth Ward, Absorption against Angry Earth. That's about it for that one. Then we have these boots here with Refreshing, must have, super good for those cooldowns to make sure you can keep that Fortify up. Lost Wards, more damage absorption, the Mending Execute, we're not using that one. Going over to our jewelry here, we have Divine, which increases more healing from all incoming healing effects. We also have the gem on here for damage absorption and Fortify. So Fortify, you apply, lasts 13% longer. As you can see here, Fortify is really like the bread and butter of this build because you're going to be so tanky and be able to heal yourself at the same time. Plus with the Hatchet, you're literally not dying. So you can output heals. And when I go over to the attributes here, you'll see why I have damage also with this build. Down to the ring here, 22 focus on the ring. Calming, Siphoning, that's pretty good. Mana per hit, 2.7%. It's not the most, but it's definitely something for some sustain for the Life Staff. Poisoning, you don't really get poisoned that much, but it's there. And then we have this one here. You get some health when you drink a mana potion. You know, that's actually really good. You know, like a lot of people probably don't really care about it. It's just an extra. It's there. It's really good. Wilderness. I have Constitution on 2 of my jewelry and then just 1 focus ring here. So if we want to go over to the abilities here, or the attributes, we have 209 into focus, 159 Constitution, and 84 Dexterity. Now, I do want to switch this up maybe a little bit. I want to have like 150 flat constitution, make some little changes to my gear, and maybe get a little bit more focus and dexterity. But other than that, everything that I'm using right now is pretty solid. So basically the whole, you know, gist of this build is Orb of Protection. It grants you 10% fortify for 20 seconds. Plus this Protector's Touch, light and heavy attacks grant 15% for 3 seconds. So that fortify is always going to be up on you. And you know, it's really just standing in your beacon, your sacred ground. You know, it's a typical Lifestaff, Orb of Protection, and you're going to be getting off those heavy attacks that actually do a good amount of damage. I'm not going to lie, those heavy attacks really hit. And then when it comes down, like, you know, if your health is getting low, most of the time with this build, if you're in a 1v1, your health is gonna get, you know, low at the same time as their health is getting low. You know, you're always gonna be getting your heavy attacks in. If you know how to dodge and weave a lot, you're gonna be pretty solid on the fight. And most of the times, if they do have a good build, it will probably be neck and neck to the very end, and that's when you switch out into your hatchet. I do have all my points right now into these perks, so I can have my Defy Death. My weapons aren't maxed out yet, but obviously, what is it, Feral Rush, this is the one that's going to give me some more stamina when I do use that. So obviously I'll equip this eventually, but right now Berserk is all you really need. Berserk is just going to keep you alive. Also with the last perk, you're going to Defy Death. So basically when your health gets low, you pull this out, boom boom boom. Even Berserk is probably going to heal you and save you from completely dying and triggering Defy Death. And even when Defy Death does go off, that gives you more time to use a potion and just get your health right back up to full. And then most likely you'll end up winning the fight just because, you know, just outmaneuver them, out sustain them basically. So as you can see, this build is built straight for sustain. Like, Lifestaff and Hatchet is probably one of my favorite things to play right now, even though it's so cheesy. You know, it's literally Lifestaff, like you just sit there and heal yourself. But honestly, it's just like the most fun playstyle that I'm having right now. I really like sustain. Sustain is really, I really like to build my builds around. High damage is like, it's satisfying, but when you die to everything, it's kind of just like, okay, well, you know. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of gameplay here, just some outpost rush, and you'll basically see, you know, how tanky I really am. And we're on them. I'm still alive. You can't get me. Out running, bro. Oh my god, stop running, bro. Yes, bro, go down. I'm gonna snipe from long range, bro. You know, the thing about this build is that the only thing that really counters it is other healers and tanks, because we're basically just gonna be sitting there, you know, wasting each other's time. DPSs really just get out DPS half the time. Let's see if I can help him out here. Oh no, you're getting melted, buddy. And now it's just me here by myself. Let's see if I can do anything here. Big heavy attack damage, big heavy attack damage. This is what I'm talking about. These heavy attacks really do damage, yo. If you really have your aim up, yeah, he's gonna run now. Look at that heavy attack damage. Look at that heavy attack damage. Alright, we're gonna rush in here. There we go. Yo, look at the heavy attack damage, yo. It really hits. I'm not gonna lie. This heavy attack damage really hits. It's a little bit crazy. They're all over me right now. It's time to put my fortify down and switch out into my hammer. Still alive. And I'll get out of here. And of course, we get the victory. Because that's just how it is when I'm on your team. But that's pretty much going to be it for this video. You clearly seen what this build can do. You're going to sustain, you're going to kill people, you're going to do everything you want to do. Literally. And so that's it. If you like this video in any way, go ahead, hit that like button, hit the comment section, see what you want to see next, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'll catch you guys later.
In the nighttime, it get tricky. Mess with me, we send our boys straight to whoop. Straight to the backseat. Put them work up in the nighttime, and it's getting tricky. I Put my sweat and my tears in this bitch, so I swear to God it's getting busy.